I'm already recording. Wait. Yeah, I'm already recording.
Okay, hey, welcome to In Tune. This is our first brand new episode. I'm Tip. This is Dan.
I'm Dan.
A little bit of a hiccup there, but this is a show where we talk about our favorite music and memories and stuff that's associated with it. So, have at it, Dan.
Yeah, so this week we are going to talk about a special collection of songs by one of our favorite bands, Sublime. So this is the greatest hits album that was originally released November 9th, 1999, from the Sublime camp, coming about 2 years after the untimely death of their lead singer, Bradley Nowell. The album contains 10 of the band's most popular songs with a total runtime of a brisk 27 minutes and 57 seconds.
That's right.
So to start off, what would be your maybe top 3 favorite off this?
Ooh, I gotta go with What I Got,
Good
Date
one.
Rape, and Smoked Joints.
We have almost the same 3.
Ah,
Although, you know what, just to mix it up, I'm gonna say Santeria.
okay, I like that.
I'll stick with Smoke Two Joints just because I way back when I learned how to play that, and I actually have a tab that I wrote for it.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna go with Bad Fish. I'm gonna throw that in there.
Ah, I see. I like eating at Bad Fish Grill.
I have no idea what that is.
It's a restaurant. I guess it's a national chain. I don't know, but we got a few of them here in the DF Dub. But yeah, I do like that song. I'm surprised that neither of us said "Saw Red."
Are you though?
No.
That song's awful.
Yeah, that's something we got to point out. Not every song on a greatest hit album is gold.
It's true, and it happens a lot. I mean, I don't know. I don't even know. Okay, so I found Sublime way late. Like, my mother-in-law burned it for me 12 years ago. No, sorry, she didn't burn it for me. I bought it from my first job when I moved here. And so it was like 12 or 13 years ago. So I really haven't been into Sublime for all that long, but when I got a hold of this album, it was nonstop on repeat.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, even as a greatest hits collection, it's like not every song is a home run, so to speak.
You would think a song with Gwen Stefani would up the ante a little, but this is early Gwen Stefani, like way early Gwen Stefani.
Not really.
This isn't Tragic Holiday, Gwen Stefani. This is...
That's true, I guess.
Really, that's the only Gwen Stefani I like, is that Tragic Holiday album. And I only like, 2.
Was that No Doubt?
Yeah.
I don't even remember. I mean, they were maybe coming up at the same time?
I don't know, but this isn't a podcast about Gwen Stefani.
That's true. I mean, we're here to talk about Sublime. I'm just curious. You mentioned fucking Gwen Stefani.
Well, that's Saw Red.
Yeah, I don't know about that song. I don't even know how that made it into the album, really.
I don't. It's not one that I like a lot. What I Got, I have good memories from that. I think it was Dave Mirra BMX bicycling on PlayStation.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Of course, I had heard Sublime prior to that because my sister was a big fan. So she played it a lot, and I was like, oh yeah, I know this song. But something about hearing that song when I'd play that game just kind of got me in the groove where I could go through that game and do what I needed. And,
yeah, I get that.
It's just
there's other games, like one of the first Tony Hawk games has a song in it that I'm like, every time I hear it, I'm just like back to being a teenager playing that game.
Yeah.
But yeah, What I Got was a good one. I think that may have been the first one that I really got hooked on.
It has a good hook. It has a good beat, a good melody. Lyrics, I think they're pretty good.
Yeah.
I'm gonna see how many times I can say "good" in a sentence. But it's just that kind of. I don't care about this other stuff around me because what I got is pretty fucking tight. And It's just one of those feel-good songs. I don't know if it was meant to be a feel-good song, but it kind of is. I can't listen to it and feel bad.
Yeah, I mean, I think that was the intent behind it too, right? Like,
Yeah.
And, and what I love about his writing too is that a lot of the songs that he wrote, in some way, involve his dog.
Yeah.
And like, just through that, like this dude loved that dog.
Oh.
And
yeah.
any documentaries you've ever watched about it, like that dog is always around, or someone's always talking about how Brad had to have Louis Dog with him at all times.
Yeah.
And there was a time apparently when Louis Dog ran away, and like Brad just lost it.
Yeah, and I mean, in a lot of ways, I don't know if I know you got cats.
I have a dog.
Okay, but I mean, when I was growing up, I had a dog named Rosie.
Okay.
And I mean, this is way before I was aware of music. This is like 4, 5, 6. She died when I was about 6. But I vividly remember one of the few things I vividly remember from being a kid is getting home and Rosie standing at the front door waiting for me. And let's all fairness aside, PETA, this wasn't animal abuse, this was a stupid kid. I'd pick her up by the tail, say, "Hey, Rosie," and drop her.
Wow.
And every day that dog was right there waiting for me.
You were such a nice little kid, weren't you?
It was my buddy, my friend. I mean, we watched TV together. I fed her. Sometimes food people didn't want her to eat. But my greeting was picking this dog up by the tail and dropping her. And
fair enough.
It's just one of those things. I loved that dog more than anything. I mean, she was there with me from day one.
Yeah, I don't think I ever had a dog that I loved that much.
Yeah.
I definitely had cats, but I guess I'm more of a cat person.
Yeah.
I mean, I always had dogs. Like my dad would, we'd get rid of one for whatever reason, whether it died or just it wasn't getting on with the family or whatever. And he'd go, "That's it. I'm never getting another animal." And then a few months later, he's like, "Oh, I got a new dog."
Yep.
God damn it, Dad.
And one thing I like about the way the Greatest Hits album is set up is you have What I Got, which is this, I don't care what happens, it's a feel-good song, I feel good.
Yeah.
And it's followed up by Wrong Way.
I was going to bring that up next, too.
Yeah, which
is
about,
so, I mean, and that song's basically about whoring out your daughter for money.
Yeah, so, and somehow that song, it's endearing. It's the way he sings it, the way he talks about Annie and, how he's going to save her and give her this new life. But
yeah, I never actually looked at it that way. I guess that's kind of what he's trying to get across, is that he meets this girl and everything. Oh, I guess everything was going great until the day she met me.
Yeah.
Would be the lyric he was meaning. All the pimping out his daughter was working fine for him until he came along.
Yeah.
I guess that makes sense.
So, I mean, there are a couple of songs like that where he writes in a way kind of a social awareness, I guess. I don't know. Just, hey, sexual assault and prostitution, not good things.
Raping people? Not cool.
No.
What I love about that, and there's a story behind it that was told by the original drummer. I think he was the original drummer, Bud.
I think so, yeah.
About date rape in particular, that song's like that. In my opinion, if you ask anybody on the street, name a Sublime song, they're gonna name date rape, and that was like by and far their most popular song ever.
Yeah.
And apparently Brad hated that song.
I can see why.
He just hated it. He would rather play, Saw Red or Pool Shark or something, and everyone's going, "Play Date Rape." And no.
Well, Date Rape is one of those songs, like What I Got, that it's catchy.
Yeah.
Just the words, like if you really listen to words, like, man, this is a pretty serious song, but the way he sings it and the way it goes about, it's really catchy, and you can dance to it, and I think that's what a lot of people saw instead of, hey, this song's about something bad.
Well, I mean, it's okay. I guess it's technically it's about date rape. Which is bad. But it's more about this guy getting karma, I guess.
Yeah.
For the bad thing that he did to her.
Yeah.
which I think is more what the song's about. It's like, don't be doing that because karma will come around and bite you in the ass, or fuck you in the ass in this case.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess a lot of his songs are kind of like that.
Yeah.
They're about one thing, but they're kind of meant to be
about another.
About something else.
Santeria. That's a song. The video blew my mind. Like, I would listen to the song and watch the video, and the video was taking place in this like Old West scene.
I don't think I've ever watched it.
Oh, that was a big thing for me when I was growing up. It was like, oh, MTV, click.
And yeah, I mean, I hadn't. Maybe I've seen it. I mean, we have much music up here, which it used to play music. Now it doesn't.
Oh, just like MTV.
But I don't know that I remember that.
It was just one of those things. Like, the video to me didn't make sense with the song. Like, if I think about the song, the parts that really stick out are how he's going after the girl, or not going after the girl, but the guy that was messing around with his girl. And that's what really kind of sticks out to me. And I remember a gunfight in the video. That's just kind of weird.
Well, there is a gunfight in the song.
Yeah, but it's like an old western Clint Eastwood, I'm gonna make your day gunfight. So that's that.
Yeah, I mean, you kind of covered most things already.
Yeah.
In 12 minutes.
We can talk about Smoke Two Joints.
That Smoke Two Joints is a weird one because I don't know. It's a great song, and I love it. Probably more so because I learned how to play it by ear.
Yeah.
By listening to it over and over again. The way it starts though, it's. I'm pretty sure it's a scene pulled directly from the movie Reefer Madness.
Yeah. I think so.
I'm pretty sure. And then I don't know. I guess it's a pro pot thing, but I'm never sure every time I listen to it.
I don't know what to say to that. I mean,
that's what I'm saying. Like, that one's kind of a weird one. Like, it's a great song. It's just, I don't know.
I always just saw it as him saying what he does.
I guess, but he was a heroin addict.
Yeah.
Really, the pot smoker was more the bass player.
Yeah, he should have stuck to pot.
Yeah, really should have.
We might have still had him around, and
I mean, then again, you could say the same thing about Cobain, right?
Yeah. That was the tragedy of that era of music, I think, is heroin.
Yeah.
Because you had Bradley Knoll of Sublime, Kurt Cobain, the guy from Blind Melon whose name I can never remember.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, he died of a heroin overdose.
Didn't River Phoenix? Too?
River Phoenix. So
I don't know if that was in the 90s, but I'm pretty sure River Phoenix was one.
Yeah, it was in the 90s. But it's just heroin ruined a whole generation of music and acting.
It ruins lives, people.
Yeah. Stay away from heroin.
So, what haven't we touched on yet? So, 40 Ounce to Freedom. That song, I've never been a fan of. I don't have anything against it. It just never caught me. So it's kind of one that I would always just kind of skip over.
Yeah.
The same thing with Pool Shark. I'm sure I know the song, but I never listened to it. Those were basically the two on that album that I would skip over. So when I bought this, to date myself, so 12 years ago, like I said, I had a Discman. So this is back when so MP3 players were just coming out. The first iPod hadn't been released yet. And the first MP3 players were, or at least the ones that we saw locally, were made by a company called Curtis, and they were basically just a USB stick.
Yeah.
So you plug that USB stick into your computer, transfer the music onto it, and then there was like a built-in music player. But they were kind of shitty. They broke all the time. They didn't transfer audio well. So I bought this on CD because it went into like our bargain bin for like, I don't know, $10 or something. I'm like, well, shit.
Yeah.
I've heard a couple Sublime songs. Let's check it out. And I spent, I walked to work every day. So that was like a 15-minute walk. And it was every day there and back to work. And that's all I played for like probably 6 or 8 months straight.
Yeah.
Was just this album. And so, I mean, you know, I know every song in and out. I just, like I said, 40 Ounce of Freedom and Pool Shark I kind of skipped over. But the rest, they were good walking songs.
Yeah, and that's something that I like about Sublime. It's a good, just traveling in general music. Whether you're walking or driving or, God forbid, running. It's just good. I don't want to say motivational music, but it's a good get out of your head type music. So maybe your walk doesn't seem so long, or maybe your drive doesn't seem so long.
It's true. I mean, I used to go, oh man, I used to be able to get through to this song, and now I gotta start work and I didn't get to listen to it.
Yeah. And then I could say that goes across all their albums. And, you know, there's a couple of songs I would have liked to see on the greatest hits.
Okay, like?
I'm going to have to pull up the name. It's one of those songs where I know the song, I can just never remember the name.
April 26th?
April 26th is one of them. I want to say... No, it's April 29th.
Yet in the song, he sings April 26th, 1992.
I'm going to listen to it right now.
I'm fairly positive. Now you got me second guessing myself. So I used to listen to that thing every day. Actually, I think there was another issue of this that was released by it was like 20th Century.
Yeah.
20th Century Masters, the Millennium Collection.
Yeah.
So it actually has, so instead of, oh shit, I'm gonna look that up. So it has April 29th, 1992, instead of Pool Shark.
Yep. So they got that one right. And I can't remember the name of that song, but I stop and I turn up my radio and I listen to it and like just blare it out.
And yet you have no idea what it is. Sing it for me.
Now I'm drawing a blank. G.I. Joe Kung Fu Grip. That's the lyric I remember. Caress Me Down. Is that the name of the song?
Caress me down.
Yeah, it's Caress Me.
And that's the loving sound.
Yep.
I know what you're talking about.
I think that should be on their greatest hits. I mean, it's a pretty nasty song.
It is.
But, again, it's one of those songs where it's one of those ones that works.
Yeah, it's one of those ones. Like, it's not one that I seek out when I'm looking for. So I'm flipping through my phone or something. I need a Sublime song. I'll usually pick either Smoke Two Joints or Santeria or Date Rape, just because they're Bad Fish if I can find it, but I won't scroll for it. But then if that one comes on, if Caress Me comes on, I'm like, oh yeah, this is a good song too.
It's one
and
of those...
I love it, but I never think to put it on.
Yeah, I never look for it. That's I couldn't even tell you the name of it 5 minutes ago. I just had to look for it. But every time it comes on, I know all the words to it. I sing it loud. I sing it at karaoke, and I think I rock it pretty good.
It depresses me now to know that you go to karaoke.
Sorry. Thursday nights.
So
chorizo cheese fries and karaoke. That's my life.
I like the idea of the cheese fries. I really do. So what would be a time where this is kind of not necessarily your go-to, but for that moment in time, you're like, I need to throw on some Sublime. What would you be doing?
When I listen to it a lot is when something's upsetting me.
Okay, so you use it kind of like a way to calm yourself down or kind of take your mind off of whatever's...
Yeah, whether it be relationships or work or just traffic. If traffic is particularly bad, I'll throw on what I got and be stuck in I-20 traffic, just grooving with it while everyone else is
freaking out, beeping at each other.
Yeah.
I would say I don't use it necessarily for that. I have other things that I do use for that.
Yeah.
Usually I'll throw on Sublime if I know I need to do like a deep clean of the house and I just don't want to do it.
Yeah.
I'll put that on because that's one of the very few albums or styles of music that make me actually want to get up and do something.
Yeah.
I don't know why that is, because you'd think on the surface you would look at Sublime and go, oh, that's stoner music, so you want to just get high and lay around and listen to it. But not me. I put it on and I'm like, all right, let's get up and do something.
Yeah, no, I can understand that. And it's just one of those things, like, for me, it gets me out of my head. Instead of sitting there, like, going over, oh, how could I have done that wrong? Stupid me, and...
I have a specific set of recorded songs that I use for that, but none of them are Sublime. Well, it's an old punk cassette tape that my buddy made me.
Yep.
So,
cassette tapes.
I mean, I don't know if you got anything else, but I think that's...
I think that's pretty good for a first episode.
Yeah. This has been In Tune.
Yep.
And if you're just tuning in now for some reason, rewind it.
Yeah.
So we've been talking about Sublime's greatest hits. I believe on our next episode we are going to be talking about
the Black Album. And
more specifically by?
No, that's going to be a surprise.
Okay.
Are we talking about Prince? Jay-Z?
The Beatles?
The Beatles? Metallica.
I don't know if the Beatles had a Black Album. I know they had a White Album.
I'm going to have to look that up.
Great, now we're going to have to do a Beatles episode. Son of a bitch.
Okay, well, hope you guys enjoyed it. Leave some feedback in the comments. Let us know how we're doing. Let us know if you like it. Reach out to us. Follow me at WhyDidTip at Twitter. Follow Dan at WhyDidDan at Twitter. And I think that's it.